you don't know who Rick Rubin is, it's okay, because I also did not know who he was. In fact, the only reason I knew who he was was because I went through a Pharrell, not spiral, but
black
like
hole?
a little black hole, just to kind of like, who is, like, this vampire has been around for a minute. And I think that came because I was watching something from Nardwuar, and I was like, this is a character. He is a character, but also, is he legit a character? So I had all these questions and curiosities about Nardwuar, and then I came upon the Pharrell interview with Nardwuar, and that Pharrell later then reversed it as paying tribute to him, because he really, really appreciated the questions Nardwuar was asking. And I was like, damn, Pharrell's really an artist. Like, he's in tune with that. He's not just thinking about like profits, whatever. Mm-hmm. He cares about the art. Then I got to an episode about, the algorithm was feeding me stuff, and then Rick Rubin came up, and I was like, this guy seems to know what he's talking about, but also he's this like Caucasian man Buddha looking guy with like, no, so I was like, don't let the looks fool you. This guy's got some knowledge. So anyway, this book came around, and as I was reading through it, I was thinking about like, wow, really taps into so much of like creativity, and not specifically just art, but just creativity and us as humans. And that sometimes we make things to go places, sometimes we make things for ourselves. And I was thinking, that's true, because I'm on my website, I have things there that are for my art, like theater, but there's so much more to me, that I also have my photography on there. I also have my graphic design on there, but they're not like, they're curated in a way that if you were as curious as I was, then you might go snooping around and like, oh, what else does Tasi do? And I, because I've done that and I feel that is successful, I almost expect it from some of my other friends. Like, when you make your website, like, I feel like you should pour a little bit more into that than just the suit and tie.
Once I'm done with my website, I'm going to send it to you for you to
please
check it out.
TBA, Theater Bay Area, actually, and I don't know, that point, this might be out. I'd already done it, but had initially asked if I'd be willing to do, because I did something on their social media thing, if I'd be willing to do a website, not perusal, but like just kind of talk about it, like a breakout. And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to. Something else came up because of the photography I was posting. So
nice.
We've pivoted together. So the breakout session is actually going to be about like photography and theater. Okay. And like telling a story with stills.
Okay, multidisciplinary.
I know. Hey, listen, if I hadn't had that portfolio up there, I don't think people would know, right? So curate that.
Look at that, building the portfolio. That's the topic for today. I am Davied Morales. You can find me everywhere at Active Poet.
And I'm Tasi Alabastro. You can find me everywhere at Tasi Alabastro.
And this is our podcast, Art Time Job.
A support podcast for aspiring and working artists by us working mostly artists.
When we can work.
When we can work. And we do find work.
We do.
We do find work. And we're in the Bay Area where arguably it's challenging to work as an artist.
Yes, but we make it work, baby.
Yeah. We have tools, I think, and we want to share those tools.
Yes.
I'm always impressed. I know you're giving that. Like, I'm always impressed when I check social media, or even when I just like catch up with Dav here. Like, you have not that you have so much cooking at the same time, but that you have managed to navigate between one gig to another, whether that's like on stage, that's like music, to most recently, I think you've got this kind of like wellspring of social media. I don't want to say content, but like collaborations.
Oh yeah.
With theater establishments, with food establishments,
man,
and with other people. Like it's so inspiring to see you be able to do that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because like, partly I think I'll say is because as I'm watching these, I'm working quietly in the studio, right? So it's fun. I don't really suffer from FOMO. So seeing it doesn't make me feel like, oh, I'm missing out on that. But also, I just want to cheer you on, man. I'm like, yeah, look at him do it. Look at him doing it.
Bro, that's how I can tell you're a genuine person and a winner. They always say that people hating on you aren't winners, because winners don't have time to like hate on other people. They're like, oh, I see what you did. I like that. I might use it for myself, which is great. What's that other phrase? It's like good artists copy, great artists steal.
Yep.
Hey.
I steal a lot.
Me too.
Yeah, I steal a lot, and then there's nothing wrong with it. I think people. I think if I heard that when I was a teenager, I'd be like, "But stealing is bad."
Yeah.
Right. I wouldn't know how to question it.
Yeah.
But if you're wondering, if you're out there listening, watching, wondering, what does that mean, stealing? It's based on a book, but it's also based on this thought that like you steal because you don't know any better.
Yeah.
About like you don't have your own voice yet, so you incorporate.
Some people do steal and they know better.
That's
keep going.
Topic for another day.
Yeah.
There'll always be plagiarists, I guess. But yeah, you incorporate that into what you're doing. You get your reps in, and then ultimately, what comes out of it, you do it enough, you start to see patterns of like the things that you personally like, and that takes some time. That takes some living to curate that. I mean, I think some people, naturally hold on to that childlike creativity, and that's beautiful. Case in point, I think our friend Betty is like that. They really hold on to like that childlike creation. So like they can steal, but ultimately it's like so their own, right? What they make.
I think of it like an outfit. You gotta, or like a role.
Talk to me.
Talk to you. Hey, sometimes sometimes I want to dress skater. Sometimes I want to dress 90s.
I noticed that.
Sometimes I want to like just go plain actory. Sometimes I want to go like hipstery. I think you steal different things to see what works best for you. Mm-hmm. It's like the Bruce Lee of like just combining a whole bunch of styles, but you can't do that until you're a master of one. And I think a lot of people like shy away from like, let's say hip hop, hip hop going into like this mumble rap. A lot of people be like, oh, that's not the real stuff. Like, but why don't you try it? I mean, you might like it. You might be like, I understand this. I'll be like, it works well with me, with my voice. Like, why not try it? People are just scared to like jump into something that's foreign from them. Like, I love when artists jump out of what they're known for. Like when like Jay-Z and Linkin Park did like the Numb Encore. It was like a punk rock.
That started a trend, man. That started a trend.
Man, I love that.
Yeah.
Like rock rap. Why not? Is there more of that? There's probably a lot more of that now, but
yeah. It comes from a very similar place, right? Like you want to express yourself, or like you feel like a rebellion.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to have that combination. I think it's just a matter of like, they did it really well.
They did.
So
classic.
Yeah.
We're talking about building up a portfolio. If you're an artist and you're like, I don't even know where to start. My Instagram's blank. I got no resume. We got the tools for you.
That's right.
No tools.
The deep breath in, because it's a wide pool of tools that you can pull from, and so
it is.
I think when we think about this topic, like portfolio, that word itself, I realized a lot of it comes from mindset, Our conversations about art in general, it feels like you got to start in the mindset. So like the word portfolio to a lot of people, especially if you're not coming from like a corporate world, I think feels hoity-toity.
So professional.
Like,
does it need a cover letter? Like, what's going on?
And maybe I'm speaking specifically as a performance artist. I'm getting a sense that like as a photographer, maybe that's not as like a hot topic, because you need a portfolio that makes sense. You got your photos you can print, it's tangible. But as performing artists, musicians even, right? Can you speak on that? Like, what does portfolio even mean in that sense?
I think it's just your discography,
See, how much cooler is that word?
Discography, yeah. Like having your catalog, but also like as a musician, it's cool to have an EPK, which is an electronic press kit. Just so when you are presenting yourself to venues, they'd be like, oh, here's a video / here's your bio, and here's like everything I need to know about you. Oh, you release music. This is like pool at venues. It's.
Do you get asked for EPKs frequently? Is that a standard?
Only when I'm trying to perform at venues.
Okay.
But I took a little break from that, and I'm revamping the website, getting a new EPK with these new live shows. But yeah.
Well, let's start from something that's delicious. So back in 2019, I think we did a pilot episode of this.
One of our many things that we were trying.
Yeah, we were trying it, and I think honestly, had we continued it, we would have streamlined it to what I think some things are now.
Man,
yeah, I think it would.
We were on the
I know we are. I think it's just like here's what I'll say about that experiment. Sometimes I just need to get it out of my system, and I'm good.
Yeah,
and I think that might have been because the
there was just a lot
panorama happened, so that didn't help. Anyway, I digress. We had a show called Take Me There, and the whole premise is that because Davied and I don't get to see each other often, and that we enjoy eating different places, restaurants, being patrons, that at some point we invite each other, right? So like Take Me There is that, hey, have you heard of this place? X, in this case, Guapos.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I haven't. Take me there. So we go. So that's kind of what started that, huh?
Yeah.
Is that? No, you already knew this place.
Yeah. I worked there.
That's right.
I worked there.
And you're like, yo, their sauce was fire. I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's make that the first thing. So we filmed this pilot episode. You can catch it on YouTube.
Link in the description.
Thank you. And it was great. And it felt, I think in my mind, I'm like, oh, I love this idea of like, I think I was really heavily inspired at the time by like Anthony Bourdain stuff. Mm-hmm. But what I wasn't on the pulse on that you were already on was making it so that it was such smaller content, not smaller content, but like bite-sized.
Yeah. That
it was on platforms that people watched it on. And I was still on YouTube, which arguably people still watch things on.
Yeah.
And it was such a joyful experience for me. I just liked hanging out and eating.
Yeah. And we had like a surprise Max
tag us. Yeah. Our friend happened to drop by. It was great.
Yeah. No, it was great. And I think we had like skits that we were going to plan to do every episode. Like the beginning was always going to be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for myself, like right before the panty dropper happened, we did that, and then that happened. And then I started messing around with TikTok and started understanding that people like food content like this. Like, it's like, oh, that place looks good. I want to go there. Just like something really quick. So I was able to leverage my TikTok following to go back to El Guapos to run their social media. Mm-hmm. But what a lot of people don't know is they were hesitant for hiring me. I knew they already had a marketing budget because, once again, I worked there. But what I was asking for was more than that. And I told them, you know what? I'll just do your social media for 3 months for free. And if you like it, then we'll talk. And within that time, I was trying a lot of stuff. You know, they gave me notes. They're like, hey, no cursing. This is a family restaurant. Hey, less drinks. We got to go to the food. So it was back and forth. But they gave me a total freedom of like, yo, try things out, you know? Like, hey, use a TikTok. And luckily within that, not luckily, it's part of building a portfolio. I was building a...
Believing in yourself.
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen. But within that 3 month time, there was a video that went semi-viral. And I think it was on my TikTok at the time because I didn't start a TikTok for them. I should have, but it's okay. Different story. But two of the owners were in, I think, a city like Davis, and they were talking to a bartender about like, oh, we own this restaurant. They're like, do you guys make TikToks? And like, what do you mean? And that bartender in Davis was like, is this your guys' restaurant? And it was like a video that I posted on my TikTok there that went like semi-viral, like 200,000 followers. And like, yeah. So two of the owners that were hesitant at first were like, whoa, okay, it's working. It's working. And like the main owner was already on board because he was like, no, we got to shift with the times.
Yeah.
So doing it 3 months, them liking the content allowed me to make a revenue stream of doing social media.
Yeah. That's great. What an awesome story.
Thanks.
I didn't even know this.
I got you.
Yeah. I knew the bookends of it, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, obviously the other side of the bookend is it's still going, but
yeah.
I didn't know the intimate details of like that they were out of town and they saw, like, we were talking about this earlier about seeing something you make out in the wild and someone else is commenting on it. And you just kind of quietly like, hee, like, you know. I love that feeling. Super rare, but when it happens, you got to hold on to it. So I think that story of them seeing it out in the wild.
Yeah, and I think...
Amazing.
Thank you. I think also when you're navigating if you should work for free or not.
Yeah, what are the questions you ask for yourself?
Is the juice worth the squeeze? Does those match up? Because like in me, I was like, I've never done social media, TikTok style, for food or for a restaurant. I was like, can I do that? I was like, I trusted myself and what I could do. So I was like, what's the worst that happened? I get some some food every now and then doing this, you know?
Yeah.
I get to allow some of my friends to like jump in and make skits. I love making skits. I love food. 2 things I love doing. Why not?
Combine them.
And regardless, in the beginning, when they didn't give me access to their TikTok, or I didn't make a TikTok for them, I was making content for myself anyways. And now I just had a new location.
Oh,
so I was like, okay, it worked out for me, and hopefully it was going to end in a monetary goal, which it happened. And I wrote up a proposal and everything. We had a meeting, and they liked it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So I guess when it comes to working for free, it's like, what's the end goal for it? Are you building a relationship?
Yeah.
Are you getting content out of it?
Yeah. It's got to service you in some way. I mean, it sounds harsh in that way. Like, it sounds not altruistic, but you kind of, for certain things, you just have to get over that. You just have to build a resistance on it and say, hey, this is so that I can continue being of service in some way, right?
Yeah.
I think you touched on like, building relationships. I think in some ways, for me anyway, in those circumstances, like, is it a personal challenge?
Oh, yeah.
I think some of the photography work that I've done in the past, like 10, 15 years that were for, I do air quotes for those of you who are listening, not watching, who are potential clients. I said yes, because is it a personal challenge? Have I done it before? You know, yeah, it's that thing that keeps me pushing forward. And I'm that type of person too, where if someone says I can't do it, well, yeah, I'll go both ways though on that. If someone says I can't do it, and depending on who they are, I'll say either, okay, just watch me, or I'll just say, I don't care who you are. Like, so it doesn't matter to me.
I can't do it in what context? Like money wise, I can't do it, or
no, like if someone challenges me, like, oh, you can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not a blanket like, oh, I'll show you. I usually say, who are you first? Okay, all right, that's like what you're about.
Oh,
I'll show you.
That's super funny you do that, because I have this petty thing that I do all the time, and Aled, my girlfriend, is always like, it's a skill. It's like a big picture skill I have, which when people are giving me advice or giving me any feedback, I size people up really quick. Who are you? Where you are in your life? Like, where is this coming from? And if it's at all, like, I'm sizing you up like, oh, you're not happy, or like, what? Like, you're doing whatever. Like, I'll just smile and be like, oh, thank you. But I'm like, none of that went in. None of that stuck. I was like,
you won't let it hold you down.
No.
Yeah, I think I asked that question a lot too. It's like, where are you coming from with this issue and this challenge?
So I don't let people bother me. But something you were saying earlier, like, I can't do. Yeah. So a tip I always like asking videographers I work with, I always ask them, like, what haven't you done that you want to do?
Yes, what's exciting to you?
Because I feel like when you get people who are excited to do something that they haven't done, they'll put more time into it.
Yeah, they invest.
They're like, oh, absolutely. I've always wanted to do that. Because me and my boy Jesse, back when I was making music with my producer Wushe, he wanted to do a one-shot music video. I was like, let's get it. Let's do a one-shot, you know? And he was so excited to work on it.
Aww.
So it's like things like that where you make it exciting for both parties is great.
Yeah, I think those are great ways to justify when it's okay to work for free.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of which, pet peeve of mine, all y'all casting, if you want actors or any of us artists to work for free, the bare minimum is you better feed us. I will tell you this. There's the amount of like Instagram posts where people are like, I need an actor. This is a non-paid gig. That doesn't tell me enough for me to like show up. Do I got to bring a lunch?
Yeah,
like,
we'll be fed. Oh,
that's enough. Like early on in my career, I remember doing short films and like all these student films, but they always fed me, and I was like, fine, that's enough. I get content out of it, and I get food. If you can give those two things, you'll be surprised how many people will work for you.
Money.
Oh yeah, you know how money's great. I mean, money's
money,
first.
Food, and do they get something back that they can use for their career?
Yeah, or for their.
Ooh, if you could meet two of those.
All three?
All three is the trifecta.
Like, put $20 in my pocket. What can you do?
Yeah, exactly. What's the thing? Good, fast, and cheap, right? And you can only pick two.
Yeah.
If you're talking to a freelancer.
Yeah, good, fast, cheap. What do you want?
Yeah, you can only pick two.
Yep.
for this case, it's like food, money, or a reel.
Yeah.
Something for my portfolio.
Yeah, portfolio. Yeah. Something, another pet peeve.
Yeah. Go on.
There's there's so many people who like see me like do acting stuff, and they're always like, "Oh, I would love for you to act in this," and I'm always down. I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." And then I will reach back out to them and be like, "Hey, do you want to do this?" Because I'll notice they're in a different art form, photographer, videographer, whatever, and I'll ask them to do stuff, and they'll be like, "Yeah, it's gonna be this amount of money." I'm like, how my art's not worth anything to you, but your art is worth this much. I'm like, where's that barter system at, bro?
Yeah.
I was willing to work with you to build a relationship, and and I think moving forward, I'll be like, if people want me to do stuff for them for free, I'll be like, yo, can we exchange? I get something from you, just so we keep it like on the same level. Because if there's no money involved, like, yo. What's going on here?
That's a hard topic for a lot of younger artists, or really a lot of artists, young or not. How to broach the subject of compensation.
Yeah.
Ooh. No, we don't have time for that right now.
Yeah.
But that's because I want to bring some folks in who have to negotiate that.
Oh yeah.
Quite frequently as well.
Going off that real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
No, go ahead.
Always shoot high. Think about a ridiculous amount that you think you're worth. Because you'll be surprised who can meet you there. And like, if people can't, then like,
what's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst that can happen? They'll say no. And then maybe like, if you're going for a music video and someone's like, oh, I need $1,000. You're like, I can't do that, but I can do 200. They'll be like, all right, one location, only an hour. And you're like, bet.
I would say even if you're the type of person who worries about that, but wants to shoot high, then what you can do, and this could be you don't have to show the client or the potential client this, you can draft up what you feel is your budget. You know?
Oh, you did something good with that recently with the YouTube.
What did I do?
Your YouTube budgets for like, oh, it takes me this much time for editing. It takes me like.
Did I do that? I must have. Okay, at
you
some point.
showed me it. You're like, yo, so when I tell clients like, you want.
Yes. Like it takes X amount of time out of my day that I'm not getting paid for anything else.
Yeah.
Right. Whether it's like, minimum wage or whatever. I have to pay for the equipment. The equipment that I have costs this much. It took me this amount of time to learn how to use this, and how to use it well enough, efficiently. It takes this amount, like I really account for everything, right? Like just so that if anyone is even curious, I can show receipts. Like here it is. This is why I'm asking for this much.
Yep.
So like, can you help? Like, where can we, if you can't pay that much, at the very least, find a way to compensate for some of the other things that's on that budget. Right. Oh, you're going to give me like a free hard drive? Nice. Because maybe, you get the hookups or whatever.
Yeah, maybe it's Adobe. I'll give you a free subscription for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Where can you meet people?
Where can you meet people?
Yeah. And going back to us doing the Take You There series that we only got a pilot in, maybe we'll bring it back. Who knows? Create your own content. Sometimes that's what you have to do to create a portfolio, like social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. All those places are great places to build a content. And if you have a smartphone, I'm going to be on you. You got no excuses. Like people, I think there's a lot of relationship, especially in the TikTok era, of like relatable, simple content, not even looking like a crazy professional, just like walking in the mirror. I felt like this today. That's it. And you'd be like,
that is kind of the trend, not trend, but like there's a bigger space for that now.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I feel like I'm interacting with regular people who just talk to themselves in the mirror, and I love that. I do too.
I feel like you still need to, some of the basic rules still apply though, right? Like you gotta hook your audience in the first
3 to 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
I like you said 2. I was like being generous.
Yeah, because it could be visual.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I'm finding that some successful creators actually, I think, edit their video, and then they look in the video and see like where they can take a snippet from and put that in the front.
Oh, in the very
and it may not even make any sense.
Yeah.
But because they did that, the retention is higher.
Yeah, because they're like, where does that come in?
What? Yeah, exactly. Like
it's like improv, starting in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, we're seeing.
And that's why I dyed my hair. Hi,
Yeah, exactly.
What did you dye his hair?
I'd rather talk about how I live my hair than dye my hair. Oh, that. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of phone, when you are, we're talking about phone and portfolio. I feel so. Another episode, I talked about how Sam, my girlfriend, when we go see shows, and she looks through bios. She likes reading them, first of all, but she has this thing where she sees a website, she will immediately check to see if it's. And I think that stems from the fact that I had my website listed for a long time, but didn't have a website live. So she always like, I wonder how many other people, do that or are guilty of that. Yeah.
But not now. By the time you guys watch this, my website is fire.
Okay, I believe it.
Tasi approved.
Yeah. Thumbs up. Boom, boom, boom. Here's a great tool that I've used before I had that thing really situated, my website situated. I use a website called Linktree.
Okay.
And it kind of sounds the way it is. Yeah. And that's linktr.ee. It's a little tricky, but if you look it up, you'll find it. And the whole idea is, listen, if you don't have time, resources to commit to a whole website, at the very least, use a Linktree to have a link to resumes, because you can upload files on there so people can download, to upload links to who you are as a person, like what's your values. So for instance, I have some charity things that are up there on mine that you don't have to look at it, or you don't have to click on it, but when you look at it, you get a sense of who I am. You can customize it so that it can represent you. So there's just enough there, and you can do it all on your phone. So you don't have to have a website, or you don't have to be on your desktop if you don't have one. You can just be on your phone. You could literally set one up on a bus ride, or maybe not a car ride unless you're passenger side seat, or you're just living dangerously. I don't know.
You living.
Yeah. But what a great tool to just have. And if you happen to have social media, you can add your Linktree on anywhere that people might be able to look for you.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell you how many times, not personal. Oh, actually, no, personally even. I'm like, I get asked about a gig. Like, are you available for this? Here's the role. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not, but gee, I know like one other person who could. Ooh. And I'll look them up. Sometimes I don't have someone's phone number for a variety of reasons. Maybe we're just like social media friends.
Not that cool, bro.
Or I've seen their work, so I follow them, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, this person would be great. They could be available. And I'll look on their site, and their name isn't even the name on their thing, like at all, anywhere. So I'm like, what? Little X, big X, tomato, little X, big X. About my So I'll see that, and then I won't even see any way to contact this person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to just send an Instagram profile, for example, to a casting director. But if that's what they got to do, I guess that's what they got to do. So,
man, I think we've talked about this a little on a different episode, but like on the social media episode, I can go in on people's Instagram all day, every day. Like if you are an artist, you can't have your Instagram private. You cannot. That is your resume. Please have something in your link in bio, because I have a Linktree as well.
Yeah.
Especially for music, it's easy to be like music video.
Boom.
SoundCloud, Apple Music, so I can meet people wherever they listen to music.
Oh, meet people there.
Yeah. Meet people there.
We said that twice already.
We did.
About meeting people. So interesting.
Yeah. I think you just always want to make sure it's convenient for people, because you lose people every click. So as many clicks you can take down, get them there.
Don't give them an excuse to say we couldn't get a hold of you. We don't know what your work looks like.
Yeah.
We don't.
What are you doing right now?
Yeah.
It's and I said this in the social media episode, but it's okay to have two separate profiles, one that's straight business, that's your digital resume, and one for your personal stuff. Mm-hmm. Or better yet, what I've done lately is I just have my business one. My people who know me, and you can hang out with me in person. Hey, I have my pictures. My camera rolls filled with fun pictures of us.
Yeah, exactly.
People don't need to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, literally, I took a photo the other day with some friends. I'm like, I'm not posting this. This is just for me.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah.
I like it.
Reminds me of a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is off tangent. I've been trying to practice printing photos again.
What do you mean? Like dark room?
No. That someday. But no, like curating a set of photos, sending them to a printer, and then getting a physical copy back. Oh, I have them actually in front of me.
So those who are watching, okay, maybe show one that's not you naked. Wow, that's crazy.
Well, I'm sorry.
You are very
I just want to remember. Oh, here. So
yeah, show that one.
Here you go.
That's just his butt cheeks for those listening. No, I'm just kidding. It's not focused.
Wow, it just won't. It just won't. Oh, okay. Anyway, we'll put it up on the screen. And this just reminds me of a trip to Petaluma, which we were talking about. It was some alleyway, and I was like, but like restaurant? It feels good. And like this was the same day, but like two different, literally 10 seconds apart.
I love this.
So
I love that you're diving deeper in photography.
Yeah, I think I'm just giving myself that room that I wanted back in the day.
And permission. Also, Tasi is a very organized person. We were talking about photography, and he's like, yeah, wait, when did we take that picture? And he like typed in my name. He had like an archive of every picture he's ever taken of me. And I was like,
that was able to tag, yeah.
Well, hey, yo, whatever, like that's a great way of building your portfolio. Even if you're like joking around with stuff, like if you can stay organized, money. It
wasn't always that case though. So, for those who, I wasn't always organized in that way. And sometimes I still had to play catch up. But I think the outcome of that is that it's still worth doing.
Yeah.
So if you feel like, oh, I can't even like get my life together because I have bills and I got to be place, I can't. You have to find a way to say, I'm going to dedicate 10 minutes of my day to just organize this one folder. That's it. And that can be challenging sometimes. Certainly for me, I'll open a folder and go, okay, I'm fixing. Oh, well, what's this? And then I'll like,
of course,
that happens. But at some point, it's repetition, right? Like you gotta keep it in your mind, whether you write down like the system in front of you so you can at a glance, get back to task.
Man,
that
happens to me all the time. I'll be like going through my notepads because that's where I write all my rhymes.
Yeah,
and I'll be like, oh, what is this? And I'll like, I'm cleaning. I'm going through making sure any bars are like bad or whatever. I'm like cleaning, and I'll be like, what is this? And I'll be like, oh, I wrote this beat, and then I'll start working on that song. 3 hours later, I'm like,
oh no,
I just wanted to organize my notes,
But it's exciting at the same time, right?
Exciting, and you want to go with that excitement.
Yeah.
What else can we say about building a portfolio? Work.
Work.
Get your reps in. I mean, the more you do, the more you'll build, I would say. I mean, that was so cliche of something to say, but
I'm not judging. No one's here.
No one's judging you. The thing that I'm glad is shifting a little bit, especially in the theater space. There's more videos being made and more pictures being taken. Because I remember early on, I might get a cast photo outside opening night.
Oh, right, yeah.
And like I'm like, this shows that I'm in wardrobe, but it doesn't show me acting at all,
Yeah.
And theater companies, if you're out there, this is just a note from an actor. The stills you guys get, please share them with us. We'd love them. I'd hate, screenshotting my stuff and ripping it off. Or
and also,
having to find it.
I want to add to that because I think it depends on the photographer that they're working with too.
Yeah.
Because I've worked with a couple of theater companies where the photographer that's like how they make money. So you can have a set of photos that they provide the theater, but if you want any more photos, you have to go to their website and like buy it from them.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I wish at least I knew that option.
So yeah, I want to go off of that.
Come on.
I wish more theaters, when they send you, and some have already done this, when they send you
sent photos, but keep going.
Yeah, it's sad, right? They need to start saying, hey, here are 10 photos you can use at wherever you want. Just credit the photographer. And like protocols,
right,
so that there's no excuse to like, oh, I posted that like this way and now I'm in trouble, blah blah blah. No, here's like we literally said this.
Yeah,
and I think that builds over time. I think that builds a rapport between the artist and the institution or the organization, right? Like, here's what you can expect from us. We'll cover you this way. And you as the artist, you're welcome to use this for your portfolio, which is arguably incredibly hard to do when you got to like source it from people who are not maybe communicative, or it's scary if you're just starting out. You don't have a name for yourself or whatever. You're like, hey, Mr. Big or Miss Big Theater, or casting agency. I need 10 seconds of your time.
Man, I can't wait.
It's hard.
I can't wait till I'm in the actor level where I can tell my agents we have to write in the contract that I get a piece of the content as soon as it's out there. I have to hunt for every single one of my voiceover auditions. I have to hunt for my commercial. It's always other people texting me and be like, hey, were you in this? Are you doing this? And I'll be like,
you were in that Gran Turismo?
I was like, where'd you listen to that? I've had like, somebody was like, yo, I heard an ad of you. Like, did you do like a COVID rap? I was like, I did. And they're like, bro, I heard you on SoundCloud. I'm like, send me your playlist. I'm trying to get the same algorithm to like do it.
Wow, yeah.
Because it's so hard to like represent myself sometimes. I'm like, I want to show off my work to people. So if like I got a stalking Tasi who wants to like show people like how cool his friend is, I want to be able to show that stuff, you know?
Yeah. No, going back to what you were saying, I did a commercial recently and I didn't know it was out. I didn't know it was out until I saw one of the stunt performers who were in it post a snippet, and it was not a snippet from any cell phone, right? It was like, oh, okay, that looks like it's the final cut.
Man,
I had to like reach out to that person. Then they sent me the link to like, or they're like, it's on YouTube. I was like, what? So I had to like search that. How many steps is that, bro?
So many.
Yeah. I was like, I could have been working on my portfolio
what
that
is
whole
one
time.
email of like a finished product being like, hey everybody, this is gonna drop this date. Don't post till then, but here.
It goes back to like ways to reinforce good working relationships.
Yeah.
And it goes both ways too. When I did more reviews for video games, I was always explicit with the people who were the communications persons sending me keys. For those of you who are not familiar, you know, like someone myself, I represent myself in that space. I'm not working for like IGN or like these like publications. So I have to write or submit or have a portfolio ready of like, here are some things that I've made. Here's the statistics and the metrics coming back. Whenever I make something, I always send the link of what I made, where I posted it, the link to the tweet that has it, all of that in one email to the person who provided the key.
That's so smart.
They may never get to it. They may, but from the ones who have gotten back to me, they're so appreciative of that.
Of course.
A little screenshot of like how well it's doing, all of that, because that's their work that they can then turn around for themselves. Like that's part of their portfolio now.
Man, I think that's also like you're building a relationship and an expectation of what it's like working with you. Hey, this is what I can provide every single time like you work with me.
Oh, that's great. Let's dive a little bit into that.
Expectations?
Of working with you.
How so? Do you want to know what it's like working with me? You've never worked with me.
No one's cast us together.
Yeah.
What the heck?
What the heck?
No, that thing of like, you know, you hear it in movies, right? Like, so-and-so, your reputation precedes you.
Yeah.
There is that, isn't there? Like people talk about you and you can step into a room and they kind of have the expectation of you and the reality.
Yeah.
And the closer that you can get that gap, if the expectation is good, of course.
Of course. Because there are some people who it's not so good.
Yeah. You want to surprise, I think at the end of the day, you want to surprise people in a positive way.
Oh, yeah.
Of how to work with you, and having a portfolio, having something about you online or some way to access allows an anchor point for that to happen.
Yeah. People understand what they're going to get from you.
Yeah.
A little bit. Man, I never thought it'd be like that. Yeah. I wonder, that'd be interesting. If you guys know us, what do you expect from us? I'm curious.
Like,
What do you guys, working with Tasi is just horrible. Like all he does is just stare at me from across the room and then he says his line.
Whether it's nobler to the mind. No, where was I going with that? The,
jokes.
The jokes wrap themselves.
Jokes.
No, shucks. Go ahead. Keep talking.
I was going to say, like, I guess for me, what I want to put in the room, I don't know if people get this, but somebody who always has good energy, leaves whatever they're working or dealing with in their personal life, like out of whatever sacred space we are creating in. Always on time. I know. Shout out Rob. If you're watching this, my producer, I know I'm always late to the studio. I understand.
You get lost, you know. Sometimes it's hard to find the bat cave.
You know, just every single time I'm with Rob, I swear it's like I could be early, but then I'm like, I could get a couple other things done. And I start doing that, and then I get lost in the sauce. Every single time I'm being better with that. But when it comes to theater, it's the same respect, Rob, I promise. But like I am always an hour to a half an hour
I think
early.
it's prepared too.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Be prepared. Be prepared, be on time, have good energy. And I try to make people laugh, but like
have you sent out a form yet? to your constituents. Sounds so professional.
To my where?
Your constituencies, your patrons, your supporters.
How about what?
Have you?
I've sent out a form for when I was trying to find. I mean, this is a good way for you guys to learn your typecast and how to cast yourself. I asked people on Instagram, and I sent out a Google form to like text people of like what type I was, what adjectives did they get from me, what other actors do I remind them of, and what shows could they see me in.
Oh, great! Then you already had the game. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask because mine came back. I had sent it to my live streaming community, and the top 3 results, the top 3 words to describe me was warm, insightful. I do run warm personally. Warm, insightful, and goofy.
Yep, I can see that.
Yeah, and so with that in mind, I'm so much more in tune with like how I move about like a room, because I'm not trying to deny a part of myself.
Totally.
I'm not trying to hype a part of myself in any way. The goal is to just be there and myself, right?
Yeah.
So it's not my responsibility to create the perception of me.
Yeah.
My only responsibility is be there, as present as possible. And yeah, I think it's that thing I was talking about. Success is what you give yourself. Fame is what others give you.
Oh, yep.
So
Facts. Bars.
Bears.
Yeah. You were talking about Linktree, but you didn't mention beacons, which I know you have.
Yes, beacons. I don't use this one as often, but I
thought you were gung-ho about beacons.
I am, but because I haven't done a lot of reviews recently. That's just a separate part. So beacons attempts to do what Linktree is. Oh, actually attempts and succeeds in some ways. It's the alternative. You can have your artist profile, your links there that you can list, but it goes a step further in that it also has a section where you can create your own media kit. Yeah. Now we talked about EPKs. What does that stand for again?
Electronic Press Kit.
Great. So Beacons has essentially their media kit. So let's say you are an artist who deals a lot with like traditional stuff, painting, performing arts, but you want to start having access to, I want to be a digital creator using my traditional knowledge of this. So let's say you're a painter, I guess. And with Beacons, you can upload pictures, your portfolio. What does that look like? Your website. Great. But then you can go a step further and say, hey, I also live stream myself painting every weekend like Bob Ross. Okay, well, people want to know, all right, well, do people watch?
Yeah.
And what if, in fact, people do? Well, then you want to be able to leverage that information in a way that brand people who run brands or whatever that looks like to you, can say, oh, I can invest in you. So Beacons allows you to kind of pull metrics for that in a space that is super presentable. So it's like handing someone a card that literally says, this is who I am, this is what I value. My YouTube channel pulls this amount of people, etc. And I'm worth this much. Yeah. So if you want me to dedicate one stream day or one video with your product, it's going to cost you this much. So it sounds very capitalistic, but
I mean, we got to focus on, this is a art time job. We have jobs.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta pay for things, right? So
yeah. I also wanted to mention, just thinking about when you were talking about, it's like where to build your portfolio. Like, how do you meet these people to like build a portfolio? Because sometimes it sucks creating by ourselves. I can't imagine us doing this podcast by ourselves. I will highly encourage everyone to know that like creatives are all around you. Artists are everywhere. Please, if you're trying to build your portfolio, it's all about relationships, we were saying, but like, where can you find these people? Hashtag photographers, Santa Monica, wherever you are, find these people, reach out to them, be like, hey, I'd love to collaborate with you. People really respond to stuff like that. Comment on their posts, follow them. Something that also, another pet peeve of mine, when people DM me and ask for like a service or like say, hey bro, you're so cool, but don't follow me. I'm like, you're asking for something without like giving, at least be like, hey,
you're not trying to meet you.
Yeah. Like I follow you. Like I'm I'm really genuine interested in who you are. If people follow me and then DM me, I'm 90% more likely to respond to you, even if it's spam about like, hey, get these many followers and stuff. I might actually respond to you and be like, what's up, bro? You know,
there's a person behind that bot or whatever.
Yeah, at least. Go to events. You know, there's always events in every city. I speak generally. I don't know if every city has photography and all these events, but you could like Google searching theaters around you, photography studios around you. Student films. There's always great places. In the description below, if you're an actor and need resources, we'll put casting networks, backstage, actors access. You can make profiles where you could find what's casting right now, and you can put yourself out there.
I wanna hop on real quick and say to anyone that's listening and is in that visual arts world, and you're like, Tasi, you've not yet talked about Deviant Art or Behance. Or
I have no idea what any of those are.
Those are all like traditional art, like traditional and digital art platforms that you can have your portfolio on there.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. So I'm not bringing it up because hopefully we'll have a guest down the road that has a little bit more, can get in depth in there. But those are also resources for you to use if you are listening and you're like, but I'm not a performing artist. I'm I concentrate on acrylics or something, but you don't yet know about the digital world for some reason. You've been working under acrylics. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Going off that, I don't know anything about that, but if that is a space where your type of art exists, we were saying this and I'm going to use it for the third time. Meet people where they are. You know, where they already are. Like,
or where you want to be.
Where you want to be and where they are. Because for me personally, I hate the fact that I have to post everywhere. But at the same time, I don't want to miss out on an opportunity for you and I to meet. So I will always post my music on everywhere that you can listen to music because I want it to be convenient for you. Yeah. So I know it's annoying to have a website, have a Patreon, have a coffee, have a fun house. I understand it. If you can make it simpler, I always am down for the simplification, but I say just put it everywhere because you want to meet people where they are. If they already have their credit card information in Patreon, they're more likely going to just...
Yeah, make the steps easier.
Yeah, for them rather than, I got to put it in again in coffee and I don't want to do that, Yeah. It's like...
On that note...
What up?
On meeting people where they are, thank you for listening to Art Time Job, now posted on anywhere you like to listen to your podcast. I'll say that ahead of time.
Come on. Come on.
But we want to meet you where you are.
Come on.
And we hope that you can meet us where you are as well.
Yeah, I'm Davied Morales. You can find me everywhere at Active Poet. I mean everywhere.
So you mean like...
Except Snapchat. Somebody has my handle on Snapchat, so I'm not on Snapchat, but go ahead. Or Twitch, but that's another story. Keep going.
OnlyFans?
I will probably have OnlyFans by this time, too.
All right. Excellent. You got to make that portfolio work.
Yeah, baby.
And I'm Tasi Alabastro. I almost forgot my name. Tasi Alabastro at Tasi Alabastro everywhere that you can find me. And actually, oddly enough, on Instagram as the Modern Clicksmith. But I'm saying that only... because this episode is about portfolios and sharing that. So,
baby.
And this has been Art Time Job.
Reminding you to make time for your art. And build that portfolio, baby.
Go, go, go.